day, sir. I am Deck Cadet Abarques Christian Joy, and we are Group 1 in our given topic, sir, which is 6 tips for safe mooring operations, mooring challenges for lines manufacturers perspective. So my partner, sir, is Arman Nel Justin A. So 6 tips of safe mooring. First, use appropriate lines. Choosing the ideal mooring lines depends on the local factors such as the water depth, the tidal range, and the wave energy, as well as on the materials the mooring lines are constructed from. So the combination of both the materials and the condition where a vessel is conduct its mooring operation play a crucial role for the operation to be fruitful. So choosing appropriate lines, sir, is important, sir, because it matters, sir, kay sa size pod sa ship, sir, kay kung unsay appropriate nga mooring line angay gamiton, sir. So next, when opting for mooring line, keep in mind that weight and diameter of the line is comparison to required strength. Next, elasticity of the material. Next, durability including resistance to high temperature, strong sunlight, or chemicals. Next, whether the lines will float or not. And next, required maintenance including method and age of repair. And last, availability of replacement lines and vessel expected trading areas. So, log new lines and know their exact position. When acquiring new mooring lines, it is vital to report them and know their exact position on the vessel. This can be easily achieved by keeping a log in which you may include the position on each line on board, manufacture date of first use on board, and hours under tensions. So the second, sir, which is set an inspection system. So ensuring the ideal mooring operation is important to follow the step below. So first, calculate estimated life expectancy. Second, set retirement criteria. Third, set interval for routine detailed inspection. Fourth, request third-party assistance for inspection. And last, residue strength testing. Under the possibility that any damaged, defective, or unserviceable piece of mooring equipment is found during the inspection, it must be taken out of service and be either replaced or repaired. So this is the set of inspection system, sir. And if the mooring line is defectable, arin la mag-desisyon kung ila ba i-replace or i-repaired, sir. So next, which is third, plan operation. Another step to be taken prior to the beginning to the operation, it is to be exactly planning the procedure, creating a mooring plan based on a mooring position, the areas, and the environment conditions. So ang plan operation mo, sir, kay nagplano sila about sa pag-mooring nila, ang siyempre nila ang condition sa environment, sir, ug nabay bagyo, and also the plan should be clear, and the number of the lines that are going to be used in mooring, and the crew in charge of the operation should be assess the situation. So as a given graphic in my right, sir, which is a mooring plan, shows that position of the mooring lines to be used. So dire, sir, gipakita dire, sir, ang mga mooring lines, pilay mooring lines ang gigamit ug asa sila nakakonekta, sir. So next, fourth, toolbox meeting. The toolbox meeting is crucial step not to be avoided, as those participating will in details analyze the plan, the potential challenge, and what mitigation measured will be followed. So moreover, the meeting will provide safety instruction for those who will conduct the operation, so in case of emergency they will be able to handle the situation. and the highlight can that all mooring areas is a snapback hazardous, meaning that all crew should be extra cautious during mooring. So fifth, sir, which is the execution. Following the preparation, the plans and the alerts of the risk of mooring, the time has come when the crew has to provide the lines to shore party. During the operation, it is vital to always have in mind that hazard and provide clean instruction to all parties so that everyone is aware of their exact place and responsibilities. Keep in mind that communication is the key during the operation, as all parties should follow orders to be informed during the execution or mooring. In case of an abnormal situation, if something seems out of the plan, the crew members have to report it so that it's rapidly handled and any potential accident prevented. So last, sir, which is post-operation activities. So after the vessel is safety moored and the secured secured in place, the crew member have to secure all lines, put everything back in the place as housekeeping and essential on board as a vessel, and then carry out the debriefing. So after kuno makuan, sir, ila kunong ipuso ng mga nagamit nila pareha sa nag-housekeeping ka. Kung human nakagtrabaho, sir, imo din na ibutang sa saktong lugar ang mga gipanggamit nyo, sir. So during the debriefing, the safety officer should debrief the crew referring to all stage of execution, as the crew should have regular follow-ups on what they could improve in the operation. The debriefing additionally gives room for additional discussion on safety issues that were detected during mooring operations. So that would be all, sir, for my given topic, sir. Thank you.
So the next topic is all about the mooring challenges from line manufacturer's perspective. So the first question is, what is the main difference between MEG 3 and MEG 4 from your perspective? So by the way, the meaning of MEG is the Mooring Equipment Guidelines. So according to Konstantinos Kronakis, the major goal of all MEG 4 recommendations is to improve the crew safety, and also to assist with the construction and selection of the best mooring lines, and enable all parties concerned to correctly compare and pick the best mooring rope, like the quality of the rope and the price of the rope. And also to comply with MEG 4, the rope manufacturer must execute multiple tests in the presence of a third-party surveyor to define the rope's qualities. So also, all strengths are clearly indicated to match to splice lines, with mooring tails referring to the wet condition of the line. So the line manufacturer is required to provide a detailed manual to the customer that includes safe handling instructions, adverse onboard wear conditions, mooring fittings proper maintenance, rope inspection and evaluation, and all other information that is useful for establishing proper or safe optional conditions. Next question. According to MEG 4, the involvement of line manufacturers in relevant procedure is considered as important. Is there a need for all related requirements to be addressed by line manufacturing companies as well? So according to the Safety 4C, any mooring rope requirement can be met by contacting the line manufacturer. However, depending on the nature of the question, the manufacturer may or may not be the best person to respond. The rope manufacturer serves as a consultant and expert, so the operators are responsible for all the final decisions. Next question. MEG 4 introduces new terms as well. What is your opinion on set limits or the ship design MBL and LDBF? So according to Konstantinos, a reference homogeneity was reached by the defining of the ship's design MBL. So this value is used to determine all strings characteristics. So next question is, according to MEG 4 paragraph 5.4, each mooring line needs to be assessed for service life expectancy, involving consultation by manufacturers. How easy is to determine the service life expectancy of a new line, and what factors should be taken into consideration. So also, according to Constantinos, it is based on different tests performed at the yarn and rope level, as well as his knowledge gained through test and feedback received. The manufacturer can estimate and propose the estimated service life for a new line. So the operating mooring circumstances, the line's directional angles, just like the horizontal, vertical, the heel angle, and the ratio. Also, the condition of mooring fittings, and the mooring and mooring frequency, and all the effects of rope's lifetime. So each operator must determine the expected service of life of a mooring line based on manufacturer's proposal, ship condition reports, inspections, wears, repairs, ports visited, weather condition, and finally their own experience factor. So next, is there any way for a user to determine the maximum period of use of a new purchased line on board under normal environmental conditions and frequency of moorings? So also, according to Constantinos, the operator can choose the most damaged line to be tested destructed under standard environmental condition and particular repetitive mooring procedure using the destructive test. So all the data from the record keeping booklet and the manufacturer's proposal, the operator can establish the line's service expectancy based on the result of the test. So next, from your experience, are there any tips for a line user regarding inspection, use, and shortage of lines? So according to Constantinos, the greatest recommendation for inspecting, using, and storing lines is to follow the manufacturer's recommended rules as well as the operator's instructions referred to in the line management plan. All data should be meticulously recorded by an experienced individual, just like the crew, CAPS, inspectors, or any other third party for the future references. So lastly, what is your key message to operators with respect to MEG 4? So also, according to Constantinos, he believed that progress has been made after 1 year of MEG 4 deployment, but that more time is needed for all parties involved, builders, operators, line manufacturers, and personnel, to maximize communication. MEG 4 is focused on the crews and any relevant parties' safety. All holes and missing information from the previous edition have been filled in. Last but not the least, it emphasizes that mooring operations are considered dangerous but also safe if all precaution and recommendation are followed. So that's all. Thank you.